Brian and Graham, and today we are going to film the extension of our marriage kind of thing. And I think that I might start doing these on Monday and call them Marital Mondays. I feel like I should start doing a video every day on this channel, but like have like a theme, and that way I can do it like regularly and not have to think so hard about it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so today is Marital Monday because marital status could change. I don't want to call it marriage, Monday, because then it could end up being divorced Monday, that kind of stuff.
Still sounds interesting.
Yeah, pretty interesting. So, first question that we were asked was, someone said, Brian looks so uncomfortable filming videos. How much does he hate doing it?
1 to 10, 8.
He hates doing it, but he loves me so much that he's willing to do it for me.
I don't mind the out in the public videos too much.
Like the day in the life videos, which I will actually have a series of them again because we're going on a road trip.
But sitting down like this.
So yes, he hates it. That was one of the questions I got asked. Another thing from that video was that a lot of people sense a lot of tension between us.
There is. Occasionally. Just when we're doing videos. But other than that, no. We're good. We're honest.
People, one of the comments that I got a lot was that I was mean to you. Did you feel like I was mean to you?
Yes, I did. I was actually crying afterwards.
I thought so. So basically I'm a mean person, but honesty I don't think is mean. But I think that I can come off as pretty much like a bitch. Like, I can be a bitch, and either you get me or you don't get me. That kind of thing. Like, and if I ever want to be mean to someone though, all I am is just extremely honest with them.
That's all you can be.
But like brutally honest, like where it's like, that's how, if you want to be mean to someone, that's how you're mean to them. But the problem is, if once you're that mean to someone, chances are you probably won't keep that relationship anymore.
No going back.
Unless your relationship is solid. If your relationship is pretty solid and you are able to be honest with the person, then great. But if not, you have an eyelash right
I know,
in
it
your
keeps on
eye.
bothering
Do you want me
me.
to get it? I saw it and I wanted to get it for you, but then it was like right in your eyeball.
Yeah, I kept on feeling that.
Anyway, are you getting mad?
Nah, it'll be good. Let's roll on.
Oh.
This is what I sounded like last time after the video.
What are you mad at? Questions. Graham, are you ready? What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Tension.
Oh.
I just think that we just have a different relationship than some people, and that's what makes our relationship good. Whereas like someone that thought that I was being like mean or whatever, he wouldn't be with that person because he would actually find them pretty annoying. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like part of our dynamic to our relationship. Like, I see couples I watch on YouTube and I think, oh my God, I'd get so annoyed if I had that husband. I'd be so mad. And that's just the way it is. That's the way it works.
Just find whoever works for you.
Yeah, you find who works for you and you do it. Our baby's getting a little tired, so we're going to try to rush through this. Right, Graham? Okay. So, first question. What do we argue about the most?
You never put in stuff in the same spot.
Like, we don't really have real arguments. It's like more like Brian gets annoyed with me because I'm not really good at putting things back, and I'm a little disorganized, and he doesn't really like it. So he gets annoyed with that. I get annoyed with...
I'm perfect.
You're not perfect. By any means, you're not perfect.
I am perfect.
By no means are you perfect.
See, that's why you can't think of one. You're trying to think.
I can't think.
I'm perfect.
I get annoyed with him. I just can't think at the moment. Like, it's nothing. that's so important that...
Because I'm too perfect, that's what you're mad at.
Yeah, he's so perfect. That's why I'm so angry right now. I'm so angry because Daddy's so perfect.
I am.
So yeah. How do we resolve these arguments?
Just straight out yell at each other, balls all out, and then make up sex.
Make up sex.
I don't know.
It's not. We never argue about anything that doesn't get resolved within like a little bit of time.
Yeah, 2 weeks about.
2 weeks. Like we have this tension for a couple weeks, and then whatever.
More like just a couple hours.
Maybe we'll be annoyed with each other for a couple hours, and then that's it.
Yeah. It goes quick.
It goes pretty quickly if we get mad. Do you want me to... Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Where did we meet?
At work, friend.
Yeah, his work friend. And then the first night we hung out, we've talked about it before, but the first night we hung out, Brian was going out. He was going out with his friend Ed. He was going out with his friend Ed, who some of you might remember from some of my videos, and
asked her to come along, and that was it.
That was it. The rest is history. Next question: how long were we together before when did we get engaged?
We really didn't quite get engaged.
Like he got me my ring. That's all that mattered.
Like a month later, we got married.
Yeah. We decided we were getting married. I don't think it was like...
She doesn't like the title of fiance.
I think that sounds disgusting.
My fiance, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, basically, I don't like the title of fiance. I just think it sounds pretentious. And I think it's because I don't like talking about things, really, until they happen, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just not a kind of person that likes to talk about something until it's completely solidified. Like, I don't like to talk about getting married. Like, I just wanted it to be done, and then, like, I'm married. I just don't like talking about it unless it's completely happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and I just don't like the term fiance. I liked calling him my boyfriend. I like calling him my husband, but I never called him my fiance. But we probably only a month. We basically decided it. The way that I always thought that I would. Yeah, you don't want a paper cut of the mouth. Basically the way I always thought I would get married too was I never imagined being proposed to. I always thought about like being able to have that relationship where I talked about it with my partner. And then went about the process from there. Like it was never like
get down on one knee.
Yeah, I think I would actually punch somebody in the face if they got down on one knee, because that is not the kind of guy for me.
And I'm not that type of person that would do it.
So that was that. Let's see. Next question. Do you feel as though we've lost that spark now that we've had our child?
Yes and no.
Yes, why?
Just can't have as much fun with him yet.
Until we move him into his crib.
Exactly.
Which we're getting this next week, but then we won't actually start putting him into it until we get back from our little trip. But
other than that, not really.
Like, we used to have sexual relations every single night.
And in the car. And in parking lots.
Kind of a lot.
And in car washes.
We did?
Did we?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah, in the truck.
Oh. So, basically, we used to have a lot of relations. But now he sleeps in bed with us, and so we don't as much, but we still
find time.
We still find time for each other. That was one thing that I wanted to bring up too. I think people didn't understand. everyone thinks differently. I think that that's one thing you have to understand is everybody thinks differently. And I think a lot of people were a little mad that I make him my number one priority. And my thinking is...
He is your number one priority.
He is my number one priority. I love Brian and I love myself, and I think of us as the same priority.
Yeah.
But I put Graham before myself and before Brian.
I can take care of myself.
And I hope that Brian always puts our children before me as well. Like if it were like coming down to like getting on the boat of the Titanic or something, or and like drowning, take Graham before you take me. That is my thinking. Like, I don't know. It just,
I would let you two go.
I think it would be selfish if I had a child and still thought of myself above that child. I brought that person into the world, and he should be my number one priority. He didn't ask to be here. Yeah, exactly. And I realize that he'll grow up, and but I'll still always have Brian, and I'll still always have him. But for now, he's my number one priority. Even though you're really tired right now. Aw, baby. He's really tired. He wants mommy to help him go to sleep right now. The next question, are you still like cuddling and curling up and watching movies together?
Occasionally. I don't watch a lot of movies, but then we do cuddle with him a lot more.
I cuddle with him more than I do with Brian now. I still cuddle up, but Brian's never been the type of person that can just sit down for a long period of time. That's why the video making process is a little hard for him. And I'm sure right now it's really hard for him because the baby's going.
He's like me. Alright, you can still ask.
Okay, Brian's going to walk around with the child because he needs to go to bed. Brian wants another baby. It seems Brian wants another baby now.
I do.
Is that something you guys are working on?
Yes.
We are, but I'm exclusively breastfeeding at the moment. We just introduced solid foods, and when you're exclusively breastfeeding, your period gets really screwed up and you don't necessarily ovulate. So we're working on it, but I don't know when I'm ovulating. I don't know any of that kind of stuff. So it's not, I don't know when it'll happen. Hopefully sooner than later, but, and hopefully it happens, because who knows if it'll happen. Graham could be it, and I would be okay with that. Now that you have your first child, do you feel like life is more meaningful now? I feel like life is more meaningful. I feel like my life is way more important now that I have him, because I need to be there for him, so I need to be around for him, so I'm a lot more careful. Not that I wasn't careful before, but does that make sense? I feel like life, like my importance, I don't know how to say it properly.
It's just providing for him now.
Like I am really important now for him, if that makes sense. Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that way too?
I do so.
Yeah.
Not as close as him, but I still do.
Is my life now more meaningful to you because of him?
Yes.
It is?
It is. It's always been.
Oh. And then I like that, like, I like the idea of some of these questions because they're not, hey buddy. They're not necessarily towards us, but there are feelings on things. And I think it's nice to get different perspectives from different people on certain topics. So if other people want to ask questions, feel free to post them below and we'll get into that. I'm just going to answer this one last question. Because I do need to help him go to bed now. or take his nap, his afternoon nap. But the last one is, when is the best time to become intimate with someone you are dating?
First night.
First night. I don't know, I guess you take it as you like how it feels and like what feels right. I wouldn't suggest necessarily sleeping with someone on the first date, because you don't want to necessarily have that person lose like all respect for you, and you want them to have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
When would you suggest?
It really varies on the person, how they are and everything. But
I think you have to feel out.
I wouldn't wait for to the wedding.
I would feel out your connection with the person. Like, you feel out like how the relationship is and everything. Our connection's like solid.
Exactly.
Oh, buddy, you want to go to bed?
No.
We'll answer the other questions in the next video, which I got on Facebook. If you have any other questions, feel free to post them below. Sleepyhead. But we have to go now, so goodbye. One more time, buddy. Okay. Okay. And today we are going to film another questions video because I got a lot of feedback, both positive and negative. But whatever, it was feedback. So I have questions on a piece of paper that we will answer. I have some that were asked on Facebook this morning that we'll answer. Told you guys we'd answer anything.